Hey, it's Aaron at LTD Connect. Google recently had its big annual development conference, and some of the reactions from it have been a little bit overblown. Is SEO dead? Not even close. But search is changing. Here's a breakdown of some important things that were announced. 1. The search bar got its first major redesign in 25 years. It now takes text, images, files, even video, and suggests smarter follow-up questions as you type. 2. AI mode now has over 1 billion monthly users. It's the default experience more and more of your customers are using to research before they even land on your site. 3. Search agents launched this summer. Your customers will be able to set up a bot that watches the web 24/7, a product coming back in stock, a price drop, a new listing matching what they want, and it pings them the second something changes. 4. Search results now connect to a user's Gmail, photos, and soon calendar. So what they see is shaped by what Google already knows about them. So translation, Google is really nervous about falling behind in the AI race. They want people to start using Google like other people are using Claude, ChatGPT, Perplexity. So the expectation moving forward is that people start using search as a chat tool. But what that doesn't mean is that you'll be losing the quality, low funnel traffic on your site that leads to sales. What do these updates mean for SEO? Well, Google actually released documentation that outlined what we should be doing from an SEO standpoint with these updates. Google also told us to ignore some of the tricks we've been seeing online. Rumors that basically are saying, hey, you have to write this specific way only to show up in generative results. So we should trust Google, right? Because Google always tells us the whole truth, right? Right? Don't get me wrong. There is truth in what Google said. The basics are still the basics. A well-structured site and useful content is the price of entry. I also agree with Google that there's a lot of misconceptions out there, a lot of tricks, a lot of hack the system approaches that are a complete waste of time. But here's where I push back. Search is definitely changing, and there is such a thing as AI optimization. And not to mention that Google is now just part of that picture, not the whole thing. Companies like Anthropic, OpenAI, they all have different rules, different from Google. And so as SEOs, we can't afford to just be paying attention to what Google suggests. We need to be looking at the bigger picture. Now, instead of optimizing for humans to read your content, we're also optimizing for robots. And not to mention that a part of AI optimization has so much more to do than just what's on your website, but also all of the information that exists about you outside of your website. I've actually been doing a lot of research in this space, creating hundreds of prompts across a bunch of different chat tools. And I'm noticing that in these different areas across the web, in these different directories, AI is now taking all of the information across the web and using that in responses specifically about your brand. These sources have always mattered, but they obviously matter more now that AI is pulling from all of them to provide recommendations to users when they're in the research phase. So, what is LTD Connect doing about all of this? Here are the big 3 things that we're focused on. 1, writing tighter. AI systems pull specific passages out of pages, not whole pages. Content that makes one clear point per section gets cited more reliably. 2, building your presence beyond your site. Reviews, third-party write-ups, the works. This is what shapes what AI says about you when someone asks. 3, measuring differently. Rankings still matter, but so does whether you're being cited and mentioned across AI answers. We're actively building that into how we report to you. That's why it's so important that whoever does your SEO stays on top of these things and is putting practices into place that take into account how the landscape is shifting in search. If you want to learn more, feel free to contact us or visit ltdconnect.com for more information.